Hello, Aquarius. So this is your reading for June 2021. Coming up, I know it's the 17th of May today as I do this, but you've got some time to prepare, thank goodness. So I'm going to start with my beautiful fairy forest deck. And we're going to do a really simple past, present, future spread to get some nice clear messages about what is in store for you guys in June. So I confess I don't have hardly any Aquarius in my chart. And so I always love doing readings for signs that I, don't already kind of, have an insight into, because it's exciting to see what comes through. So, all right, Spirit, let's do this. Let's get past, present, future for Aquarius, please. For June 2021. All right. This board deck is really past, present, future. Beautiful. You got for the past, the trickster; for the present, before the gathering. Yay, the anticipation of a celebration. And the future, initiate. So let's talk about these, because now remember, this is all within June 2021. Of course, it could start before and it could go into July. It's not, these readings are obviously not, bound to the Gregorian calendar, as we say. So let's look at this one. This is the very recent past. So if you're watching this in May still, this could be what you're going through now, or you may yet have this coming up. So number 19, if that means anything for anybody. Again, the trickster: deceit, betrayal, guile. So I do feel like, Aquarius, you guys have had some shedding of either your own betrayals, deceptions, okay? You've had some shedding of that, or you have shed people who have been deceiving or betraying you, okay? One or the other. They can be, these messages come through and they can be for you or for another person in your life, right? And so take it how it resonates, okay? Again, don't ever try to force. I'll say this in all my videos if I remember. Don't ever try to force anything from any readings, anything you see on YouTube. Don't try to force it to resonate. Don't try to force it to make sense in your life, okay? Don't try to force that square peg into the round hole. Not every message is going to be for you, okay? Especially with these larger general messages. This is going to, I'm tuning in for all of Aquarius for all of June. It's a big picture message, okay? So hopefully, for those of you who watch, there will be very personalized nuggets within each message, but not always, right? So take what resonates and leave the rest, is what I say. So yeah, so I definitely feel like guile too. You were, that makes me think of beguiled. You were kind of taken by the deceit. I do see kind of a big picture thing too. This is not just within relationships. It's almost like in the very recent past, you realized that you had gone from one matrix reality. Sorry, when I lean back, I'm really far away. You had gone from one matrix reality trying to grasp onto another false reality matrix. Okay, what that means is, if you don't know what that means is, let's say you're shedding or you have let go of the old reality matrix of let's just say the government, okay, the way the government is run. You finally are letting go of that, of trying to be part of this energy that is forcing a system to work in energy that it's not designed to work within, okay? And so you're letting go of it, and trust me, that is what's happening on a grand scale right now for the collective. But you were trying to hold on, because when you let go of a huge foundational belief system, you do feel like you're free falling for a while. It's a very scary feeling, because you have lost your footing, right? Everything that you thought you knew has been pulled out from under you. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go like that a little bit down. There we go. And so when we are in free fall like that, sometimes we can, well, now I feel like it got dark on me. We can, that's weird. Why did you get dark, camera? Just gonna keep going, We try to grasp for something else to hold on to, right? Versus letting ourselves just fall and free fall, and and trusting that we're going to fall safely on something soft. We're grasping, right? We're grasping for something else. And so I do feel like you were beguiled, right? You were beguiled. You were kind of tempted and pulled into, at least for a little bit, or you tried, or someone tried to pull you into another false reality matrix. Okay. And so you are becoming aware of that in the very recent past. You opened up to that. This is what I'm getting is I feel like you knew that you were grasping at something else that was an illusion, at something else that was false, at something else that was not going to serve you, but you did it anyway. And believe me, no judgment here. We do that. Anything to keep us from free falling sometimes. But I do feel like you did process it and deal with it. And the phrase that keeps coming through is man up. Okay. Women too, like we saw what we did and we owned it, and we did not completely connect to that new matrix. Okay. So you may feel like in the recent past, you let go of so much that you're just kind of falling through the air and you don't know where you're going to land. And it's a little scary. So we're going to clarify that more too. So the current, which this is going to be into June, right? So this could be coming the beginning of June, where you're going to become aware of false matrices, false realities, false beliefs that you have been trying to hold on to that just aren't serving you. You know this, you already know it, and you're going to be able to let go of them, okay, come early June, if not before, okay? And so into June then, at some point, before the gathering, number 29, if that resonates with anybody, celebration anticipation event. So this is great energy because you shed so much, you are now going to be in this kind of, it's going to feel a little bit like purgatory. We call it the desert on this healing journey where maybe you're between breakthroughs. I apologize. I don't know why it's so dark. My camera just went. Anyway, you can still see, right? When we're between breakthroughs and we're integrating, and maybe we're integrating a lot of times we feel like we're in the desert. We feel stagnant. We feel still. We feel like we're not moving forward when really we're doing a lot of processing deep inside. Okay. We're doing a lot of integration. And when we get huge downloads, when you break through, you clear space for more information, more light to come in. Light is information, right? Light is codes. And you have to have time to integrate all of that into the body, into the energy bodies, okay, all of them. The physical body especially, because it's the most here, right? It's the most present in this illusory reality, right? In this illusion. And so that takes some time. And so your guides will put you in this desert, but it's not. And so it might feel like you're slowing down, coming to almost to a screeching halt, but you're not. I promise you. This is all in preparation for a celebration coming. And look at this. Number 14. Look at how beautiful. I want you to notice. So this is desert, right? Very bland, very muted colors, right? Look at this. This is by the end of June into the beginning of July. This is the color. Your world is going to be filled with color again. Okay. So it says it or initiate. Could be either one. Curiosity, open, warm. And so you are really going to open up to new avenues, new pathways. I feel like things that you never even thought of are going to become available to you. Opportunities you wouldn't even have thought you were, let's say, qualified for or able to even fathom coming to you are going to open up to you, and you are going to be, I listen to, if you don't know, Chris Minnow Pond Tarot, I highly recommend his channel, Minnow Pond Tarot. He's beautiful. And he always says the phrase, you're spoiled for choice. Okay. You'll be spoiled for choice. You are going to have so much coming through for you. And I love this little guy. Tell me he does not look like a little demon squirrel. He just looks so, every time I pull this card, I'm like, what is with you, little devil? But notice that so he's like kind of lurking in the dark. Don't worry about him. I feel like this is representing all of this stuff that you're leaving behind. Okay. All of people, places, belief system. This is that belief system that you tried to hold on to. that is maybe kind of lurking back there, but you look at her, she doesn't give a shit. She doesn't feel him. She doesn't see him. He may be back here, but he's powerless now. Okay. So believe that, because you are going to be moving so far past it. You're going to transcend it so far that you're not even going to feel that old energy anymore. And it every once in a while, maybe, but it is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And he may look like a little devil, but he's harmless. He's harmless. He's powerless. He has no power over you anymore. Look how beautiful, full of light she is. She just glows. Like she is just, her skin is glowing. She's got these beautiful piercing blue eyes. Like she's just really coming into her own, really opening up more space for more light to come in. Okay. And just look at all the color. I mean, it's very autumny, but it's very vibrant. It's very alive, right? And so, and coming from this to this, I mean, fabulous. Okay, so let's clarify. What I want to do is clarify. I'm going to clarify this recent past. Let's look at this trickster. I do feel like, again, I don't feel like for all of you, it's one person, right? For some of you, maybe you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You'd be like, girl. But it could just be a larger belief system. It could be a job. Maybe a job that you thought was your dream job was a deception. Maybe it was not what it appeared to be until you couldn't have known until you got deeper into it, right? So don't beat yourself up. Don't kick yourself for that. You had to get to a certain depth of of the water, of walking, of wading into the water to really see what it was. You had to get that deep in to really know that it wasn't for you. Okay. So allow that process that maybe you felt like, oh, it was such a waste of time. It was not, I promise you. You have learned now. You have definitively learned that lesson that is not for you. And I feel like it's even for a lot of you, it's going to be like, okay, so I identified with this kind of job, and this job, this specific job, or this kind of, this area, right, of this career area. And this specific job was supposed to be the dream job. And I got in and it was nothing like I thought. And I don't want anything to do with that whole area anymore. Okay. This is a good thing. This is how these new opportunities are, right? You're going to be closing doors. Very important. Closing doors so that others can open, or so that you can see the others. They're already there. They've been waiting for you to see them, right? The doors to Narnia have always been there. We just can't see them until we're ready. So let's clarify this recent past. I do like this. I want you to notice this little starburst, this little photon coming in at the back here. It's like the one. And there's a couple of them. And I do feel like this is like the truth's coming. Like no matter how much she dresses herself up, right? Others are still going to see her for what she is. These are the little truth nuggets, these little starbursts. So let's get a little clarification, please, for the recent past. Let's get an expansion and clarification on this trickster card. So let's see what else is going on here. The sigil keeper, symbols, signs, and messages. So this goes along with this really well, I think. So in the recent past, I feel like you've been seeing number 38, if that means anything to you. Again, look how, like, I feel like it's just very convoluted. Look how hidden, like maybe the words don't mean so much as the picture for you, Aquarius, because look at how covered up and hidden she is. She's trying to hide who she really is. Okay, so it just is going along with this trickster energy that you had a lot, maybe there was a lot in your life that was deceiving you, and not on the fault of the deception, right? Because if it was like a job, it just wasn't what you thought. There's really no place or person to put blame onto. And we don't want to do that anyway. We don't want to fall into that trap anyway, but it could be, again, larger belief systems, full-on foundational belief systems that you have come to realize are just no longer serving you, and you just cannot live there anymore. And so I do feel like, and again, remember, this is going to be, you're going to move quickly through this, okay? Because then you're getting to, again, kind of a desert, kind of a purgatory, but really a deep integration and preparation for the great things coming, okay? And so let me see what else she has to tell me. I do feel like this is yeah, like this is, I don't want to say darkness because I don't want anybody to freak out. Like you don't have demons. Everybody's always coming to me. My clients are always like, oh my God, I think I have a demon. Very rarely, sure. Absolutely. I have extracted demons from people's energy. I will tell you, they are weak little tiny things. Okay. When you pull them out, they are powerless because we are light, right? We are pure light. We are the envy of the universe. I promise you, because we have so much power. These little dudes, yes, they can wreak havoc if we let them, but they are no match for us. Okay. So what I want to say about this though, is I do feel like, because look at the snake and the frog. And again, these aren't bad animals, right? I don't want to give the animals a bad rap, but it's just a very dark depiction in general of this darkness, this deception, this kind of like you felt really, I'm a Harry Potter nerd. I'm a Harry Potter head. So I'm going to refer to this part in the first movie, The Sorcerer's Stone, when the three kids get stuck in the devil's snare, right? This is how you felt trapped in that matrix. Okay. So this is releasing, I promise. This is just more clarification that you have felt so tied down and just so like you had powerless, like you could not escape because it had you in every, it had your arms and your legs and it had you tied down in everywhere. It had every part of you tied down, and it was kind of forcing this deception on you. So even though you saw it, you felt powerless to escape it. Okay. You're doing it. You're absolutely doing it. So I want to go on to this current, which again could be anytime in June. We'll say current if you're watching this in June. Again, these readings are not tied to time and space. No energy readings are. And so don't ever think, oh, well, if you start watching and it's resonating and then you realize, oh my God, it's August. That's okay. That's okay. It's going to resonate for you. You were called to watch this in August for a reason. I do feel like there's a lot of overwhelm going on for a lot of you out there. It will pass, I promise. Just focus on the good stuff. Obviously, no spiritual bypassing allowed. We need to process. We need to go in and do our shadow work. One thing that works for me that is really super simple is when you feel yourself in overwhelm, just take a few deep breaths. I like to take really deep belly breaths. You want to really puff out your lower belly as low as you can. Fill that with air so that you look pregnant, like really puff it out. Take 3 deep belly breaths like that, and then just hold it for a few seconds and then let them out really, really quickly. Like just let it fall out. And then say in your head, you don't even have to say it out loud, but just say, I allow myself to feel this way. Because we forget sometimes that we are human. Yes, we're souls in a human body. We are human. And we have to allow ourselves to be human. And we sometimes think, no, I'm a light worker. I'm on this, beautiful path, and I'm a Reiki master or whatever. And I shouldn't be feeling this way. That's a bunch of crap. That's a bunch of bullshit. So allow yourself to be human. Allow yourself to process these things. I apologize if I'm talking fast, but my Capricorn video ended up being 40 minutes. And I was like, oh, I really didn't want it to be that long, but hopefully it doesn't put anybody off. The messages are what the messages are, you guys. I cannot control that. All right, I'm asking for clarification and expansion on the present energies of before the gathering, the anticipation of the celebration and the event. Let's get another beautiful card for that. Ooh, Queen of the Darkwood Elves, y'all. Number 40, premonition, foreshadowing, mystery. Okay, cool. Because what I'm getting from this, because you're in preparation of a celebration and you're in integration, and you're, again, anytime in June, this could happen where you kind of feel like you've maybe slowed down, but I promise you have not. This is your creation time. This is your time to really sit with your own energy and get to know you on a deeper level. Okay, that divine feminine is really going to come through, men and women, because the divine feminine is the creation energy. Premonition, foreshadowing, mystery. Like I feel like a lot of what has been in the darkness, a lot of what has been like you have felt darkness tying you down is going to be illuminated, and you're going to realize that darkness is not necessarily evil. They're not the same thing. My hair is just crazy. Excuse me. That one is bugging me. There we go. Darkness and evil are not the same thing. Darkness is not bad. Okay. Light and dark is not good and bad. Okay, we have to let that whole belief system go. You're going to start seeing what's there, what you perceived that was trapping you, right? That was stronger than you, more powerful than you. You didn't think you could ever escape it, whatever it was. It is releasing, because you are now going to be, as you move through this phase, right, of feeling trapped in that belief system, trapped in a relationship, trapped with a person, trapped with a narcissist, trapped with in a toxic relationship. You are releasing this because you have been seeing how it is not serving you for quite some time. Okay. But this beautiful queen, this divine feminine coming through, very much speaking to integration energy, creation, more stillness, right? Because feminine energy is the void. It really is. Feminine energy is the darkness, okay? And it is definitely not bad and not evil. It is beautiful. And so the darkness, look at all these little, that I would say it was snowflakes, but it actually looks like little starbursts, little photons, illuminating the darkness. And look how beautiful she is. She is definitely not evil, right? This is the realization that you're going to come to during this integration period. You're like, oh my gosh, everything, I maybe you were able to break free from a relationship, and you're healing a lot of resentment and anger. You're going to start to see that everybody else in your life is processing this the best they can. We are all being bombarded with this energy. We are all feeling this, and we are all processing it the best we can. The people that are not aware of the bigger picture of what's happening, they are not aware of the evolution going on. They're not aware of ascension, or they're just in denial of it. They think we're all nuts, right, for talking woo-woo stuff, right? They are going to have a harder time processing it, and they're going to come across as narcissist, as really selfish, as maybe even I don't want to say sociopath, but I almost said sociopath. I just said sociopath three times actually, but it comes through as sociopaths or something different. So we're just going to strike that, reverse it. But they will come across as maybe just bad people. And what you're going to come to realize is that it's not that simple. They're doing the best they can, just like you are. They're humans, just like you are. And they're trying to figure out this path, just like you are. Okay. So what I feel like is going to come to you is this more compassion for even this, if it's a belief system that you're shedding, and we like to blame the cabal, the Illuminati, the dark forces, right? The black cats, whatever you want to call them. The darkness that has been ruling, this planet for centuries. We want, so many people still out there, want to see justice. What do they really want to see? Revenge. Yeah. When they talk about, we're going to string up all the pedophiles, and we're going to, put all the, even just putting people in prison, right? Oh, just throw them in a cell for the rest of their lives. This is not the point. This is how we've been acting for decades and centuries, and it's no longer serving us. Okay. So what needs to happen is we need to have compassion for these people, that even the people, entities, beings that created the false reality matrix we've been living under, the prison matrix we've been living under, that they have now lost control of. It's gone. It's gone. We are trying to process that it's gone, right? Humanity is trying to process that it's now gone. And so a lot of people are trying to keep it alive and recreate it, and it's just not working. And they're spinning their wheels, and they're exhausted. And so they are going to start their awakening, whether they like it or not. I mean, their soul is going to be ready, but possibly not their, consciousness that is in this physical body. So anyway, this, kind of good chunk of June. And again, I want you to notice kind of the muted colors. They are really not dark, but neutral, just not very vibrant or colorful, because you're going to be really exploring your own stillness, okay, and bringing that divine feminine through, and bringing that compassion for people that you have shed, people, places, things, belief systems that you have shed, that you carried a lot of resentment, anger, even hatred for. Okay, so that's great. Great. All right, clarification for the very near future. Again, this is all within June, the basic June timeframe. And so this could happen by the end of June. This could happen beginning of July, right around this area, okay? Don't, hold me to dates because they just don't mean anything. I'm just trying to tune into the next, that kind of 30-ish day time frame. And so give me clarification, please, on the near future card. Initiate. I want to say it's initiate, but it actually could go either way. So let's get a clarification and expansion on that one, please. Okay. Oh my goodness. So this is crazy. So Capricorn got this card. Well, the Wild Hunt, excitement, frenzy, journey. Yay! Guess what? After the integration period, and look how much more alive and vibrant and colorful these cards are than these two ladies. And nothing wrong with these two ladies. They're just integrating and more in stillness, right? And more in exploring their own darkness, which is fabulous. But look at her face. So what does her face say to you? Her face says to me, oh, this is going to be fun. She's like, let's go, because this is going to be epic. And she is really excited. And she's just ready to go. And the fact that she's dressed, it always makes me think of a bride. The way she's dressed. Yeah, she's a fairy. She doesn't necessarily, she doesn't have a crown on. Doesn't mean she's not a queen. Definitely divine feminine, but she's dressed kind of like a bride, which brides symbolize new beginnings, right? Brand new paths, brand new opportunities with new people even, okay? So, and it's just very iridescent, but she's just like, yeah, I cannot wait. Her face is like, I cannot wait for you to get here, Aquarius, because it's going to be fucking amazing. All right. So it goes really well too with this beautiful curiosity. I feel like the picture is probably more for you than the words necessarily, but initiate you. Like, you're going to be out there more. I just got this message. You're going to be out there more, whether you like it or not, cracking people open and triggering people just by being you. I'm not saying that it's your job to go out and trigger people and crack people open. Do not go out with that intent. Okay. Do not leave your house or go on the internet with that intent. Your only job is to heal you. Okay. As you heal you, as you follow your own path, you will be cracking people open and triggering people. And I think the reason I need to mention that is because you are going to get to a place where it's not going to bother you. Nobody wants to be that person who breaks somebody's heart. But in the breaking their heart, it is cracking them open to see that whatever was going on was not serving them either. Okay. And so nobody wants to be that person, but the other people need us to be, okay? Humanity needs us to be brave enough to walk around in our own goddamn light, in our beautiful essence, in our goddessness and godness, in our embodying our souls and living our purpose and just being amazing, so that other people can resent us for it, because that's how we crack them open. So they're going to, you're going to have people coming at you, and we've all experienced that, right? Like, oh, well, you're trying to show off, like, oh, well, we bought this new house, and you get people who hate you for it because they don't have a new house, right? And so, and they always think, it boggles my mind. So they always think no one else deserves abundance but them. You know what? Let them stew in that energy. It's not your job to pull them out of it either. But you are going to be, there's a party coming. There's a party coming. I got this for Capricorns too. And Capricorns are largely the bosses, the leaders, not just Capricorns, but, Aquarius, you guys are the innovators. You guys are the coming in with the new ideas. You guys are the starting, brand new ways. Like, you're going to be, you're the innovators, right? You're going to be creating a way for others to come into these new ways of living. And you're going to be bringing them in for other people and teaching them just by you living them. Okay. Again, you don't have to do a class online. Don't think you have to do what everybody else is doing, right? You don't have to be like that. It's just going to be in you living in your own path and owning your journey. You're going to be raising the vibration and teaching everybody else that it's possible, right? Showing everybody else that it's possible, that if you can do it, anybody can do it. How many of us feel like that, right? Like, seriously, If I survived the last 8 years, then you can do this, okay? And I know a lot of people have been doing this a lot longer than that, so more power to you. Okay, so what I want to do now is I've got my Sacred Rebels deck, which is a gorgeous deck. I apologize if it's backwards. Alana Fairchild, she has a lot of beautiful decks out there. We're going to get kind of message from your guides. Message from our guides, I should say. I'm just going to tune into the collective guidance for this recent past. Anything that you might need to know that maybe you're still holding on to, we're going to let go of that. We're going to bring in some guidance for that. And then, messages for the present and for the near future. Again, if you're watching this early, just keep in mind that this reading is for June. It may resonate for you, though, whenever you're watching it. Don't worry about the dates on the calendar, okay? So let's just get a message from the guides. Message from the cosmos. Let's do that. Message from the cosmos. From the rebellious cosmos. Let's get a message from the cosmos for the recent past, please. And then I will pull a final Sacred Traveler just for a wrap-up message. Oh, well, you got the master number 11. Definitely. That tells me that you've been in this, or you're coming into this. Don't be afraid of this. It's going to be really good. It's going to be really great for your growth, okay? You're going to get through it just fine. I'm not worried about you at all. But you have, look at this beautiful card. You have so much help through this phase. This is your guide. Look how beautiful she is. Aquarius, I know you're air, but the water, the fact that it is a water bearer and a lot of the symbols are very water and aquarium, everybody thinks water. Water is also a very strong, element for you. And so look at her. She's got seahorse earrings. She's clearly submerged. She's like she's like a mermaid. They're just not showing all of her, right? But she's even got seahorses above her third eye. I mean, she's very watery. So this water energy is coming through for you to help you heal this recent past. And what I'm seeing is a lot of purging, okay? A lot of emotions flowing. Allow it. Surrender to it. That's the best thing you can do, okay? Allow this divine, 11, that's a very angelic number. Allow your angels to come in and hold you and cradle you and support you and love you while you break down, okay? There is nothing, we've always known, right, that there's nothing more rejuvenating than a good cry. Yet we are still taught, and we have taught our children, oh, no, don't cry. Like from birth, right? We're when they cry. Stop doing that. First of all, stop doing that. I learned by my third, thank God. And I was just like, cry, baby, cry. You need to cry, let it out. I'm going to figure out why you're crying and try to ease it, right? But in the meantime, scream it out, especially when kids get hurt. Oh my God, let them cry, for God's sake. We have to stop shushing them. We have to let their emotions flow. Okay. So Aquarius, you have got so much help coming through, or you did, if you're already through this phase. Know that you just had so much guidance, and they're not going anywhere just because you're coming into, a more period of stillness. They're not going anywhere. So let's get this clarification for the kind of purgatory. The bulk of June, I do feel like if I wanted to do specific, it's generally like the recent past will be around the first week. The current will be the middle 2.5, even 3 weeks, and then the end coming into July, right? Into the near future. So let's see, but my deck was upside down. All right, let me get some clarification on the current energies, the anticipation, the desert, the integration period. Let's get some more, or guidance. That's right. Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. That's going to be 40 minutes with this one too. Oh, well, they're fun, right? They're fun. I'm fun. I'm fun to watch. I'm adorable. Can't deny that. I'm cute. Okay. So we want some guidance around the current energies of the anticipation and the desert and the seemingly stagnant and the purgatory and the integration. Let's get some guidance from the cosmos, please, for that period of time. That feels better. Yeah. Oh, goodness. 27, if that means anything. So you got 29, 40, and 27 in that row, specifically receiving. Oh, that is beautiful. You guys, I've never pulled this card before ever. Not in a reading. I don't even remember ever seeing it. So what is this showing us? This is showing us so much stillness. Like, look at her. She is just still. She is just being and taking in all of the new information and allowing it to become part of her. Allowing it to come in, she's surrendering. That is total surrender right now, and allowing yourself to receive. You know, for women, for you female Aquarians out there, women in general, no matter what our sign, really suck at receiving. So if you're a woman and you're watching this, this is going to be a great time for you to really dig in to allowing yourself to receive this beautiful new energy, okay? Allowing yourself to be still, allowing yourself to be in a creation energy and not be so active and go and moving, you know? You always are moving forward, I promise you. You don't have to force that, okay? We have to stop thinking we have to force that forward movement. That is just creating resistance that is going to create physical symptoms, okay? All physical symptoms, all physical sensations are resistance, okay? If they're uncomfortable. Sorry, hit my table. So anyway, that is a beautiful, like, look at these. Let's just get them up there. Or throw them around, whichever one. So you've got, you know, these two and then this beautiful. They go together so well. Like, just so much stillness and discovering your own beautiful darkness. Beautiful, beautiful shadow work. I'm just going to lay that out there so I can see it. So yeah, just allow. So the guidance is surrender. Surrender to this period of time. Surrender to this desert. Surrender to being in the desert, because you're not going to die of dehydration or sun exposure. You're not going to die of thirst or hunger. You're going to be fine. You're cared for. You're getting everything you need from the cosmos. Okay. Everything is coming in. So just surrender and be in that stillness. Okay. So let's get a clarification for the, hear my kids giggling out there. All right. Let's get a guidance. Let's get some guidance from the cosmos, please, for the very near future of the party coming, the excitement, the journey. Oh my goodness. We're going to be, how Aquarians, beautiful Aquarians, are going to be opening up even more to everything that's coming. And it's going to be so much brighter and exciting and more colorful. Let's get some guidance on that. Final message. Free from judgment, free to love. Look at that green. Very, very much heart energy, very Gaia nature, right? But also, I mean, look at her face. She's just so in it, right? She's just, I don't know what, I have tried to figure out forever what this is, because she is so green. And then it's almost like, I almost want that to be, it's almost like she's cradling a newborn. Like, that's, even though that may be not the intent of the artist, that's what I'm getting for this reading. Okay. So you're going to be so enamored and in love with your new life coming in that it's going to be like a brand new baby. And look how happy, like this new mother, like even you men. Okay. You know, and not to say men don't feel this way when they have, you know, when they become fathers too, but it's just going to be such a beautiful new beginning, almost like clean slate energy for you personally. Okay. A lot of you, if this resonates, if you need to hear this, right, it's likely that it's coming for you, is this clean slate, this new beginning, like a brand new baby. And look at that beautiful green, unconditional love, heart energy. We are all about the heart expansion. That's what this ascension is all about. Speaking of hearts, I was called to wear my heart. I've got my heart bracelet on, my heart necklace, my heart earrings. So definitely for you. So again, number 39, which I thought 40. We do have 40 down here in the Queen of the Dark Elves. So lots of correlating numbers, but that's just a beautiful, she's just cradling this new life and just really drinking it in and enjoying it. And that's what's coming, is this beautiful energy of newness, of renewing. Okay. So one more wrap up. Woo, I'm right at 40. One more wrap up from my Sacred Traveler deck, and then we'll call it good. Beautiful messages, Aquarius. You're definitely coming into, if you haven't already, you know, moved through this, but definitely shedding some darkness, okay, or perceived darkness, really what it is attachments, old attachments holding you down. Okay. You're freeing yourself from them. Okay. Absolutely you are. You have so much help in doing so. The key is to allow yourself to feel the emotions coming up. Okay. Don't try to lock that down thinking that's weakness or thinking that's keeping you in this darkness. It's not. It's going to free you. It's going to free you from it. Okay. So let's just get a final message from the cosmos, please. From the sacred traveler of the cosmos, give us one final message for Aquarius. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Surrender, surrender. The bulk of June is going to be about you surrendering to the stillness and allowing yourself to be in your divine feminine creation energy. Okay, that's how we're going to heal the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And again, this is for men and women, or women and men, I should say. I should stress it that way. Men, get into your divine feminine creation energy and allow yourself to be still in June. Okay, you will come out of it and you're going to feel that anticipation of a party, of a celebration coming. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. So let's just get this final. And I may have two here. I always like to look at the bottom. Great adventure. Take a risk, venture forward. So this is going to be, again, I said we don't want to force a forward movement. There's a difference between forcing forward movement and taking a risk. When you have opportunities in front of you and you have to make a choice. And sometimes one of the choices that is the most exciting is also the most scary. And that's not necessarily forcing anything. That's just really stepping into your power and going, okay, do I want to stick with the old that is safe and boring, but reliable? Or is it time for me to choose something really risky and fucking go for it, Aquarius? Seriously. And right away I saw this guy. So see this guy, this is you. Super confident. You're the at your back. You have all this help. You have all this crap down here that you don't even see anymore. This is kind of like this little, where is he? Our little demon squirrel dude. It's kind of like that. It's like, oh, there might be people going, you are making the wrong choice. Fuck them. Okay. You are not even going to hear their judgment because that's down here. These choppy waters. That's crap you don't have to worry about. You're going to be like, nope, I know where I'm going. I'm going this way. And look at all the help you have. Look at all the beautiful help you have. And you're going toward the light, right? Toward the sun, toward adventure. It's time. It's time to stop living safe. Okay. It's time to really go for it. The adventure. And I want to look at the bottom of the deck because that's always, joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. That's just a lovely little topper on our message tonight. Just open your heart. And this is such a heart opening, like what more when you have a new baby. And again, not that this is what this, but I've never actually gotten that message before, but all of a sudden I feel like she's holding a newborn baby, and that joy that new life, that new something we created, like when, as a mother, as a father, holding this life that you helped create, nothing else. Okay. And I'm not discounting adoption, that is just as beautiful, right? But just, again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I can only speak from my own, when I go off on tangents, I only speak from my own experience. And I have given birth to 4 children, and it is miraculous every single time. And so this beautiful heart energy, open your heart to the joy of this brand new opportunity, this brand new adventure coming, because it is, I'm so excited. So excited about it because you are going to really open up to it. I'm just totally, because it's so exciting. So this is coming by the end of June and going into July. Okay. That's the energy that you can look forward to. All right. I'm going to wrap this up before it gets too terribly long, but what a beautiful, beautiful reading, Aquarius. A good stuff coming. Okay. Again, don't be afraid of this. Okay. Don't be afraid of this. If you're just coming into it, if you're not there yet, I don't want anybody to be afraid of it. Know that you are going to be guided all the way through it. And then you get to rest. You get to rest. You get to take a little break. You get to be in stillness. You get to see how beautiful your darkness is. Darkness, not bad, not evil. Okay. You have darkness that is beautiful, and you're going to be shedding light on it and really getting to know yourself and really getting to know your own energy. Okay, that's so important before we can move forward. Okay, which we are, no matter what, I promise. Okay, now that I've got cards everywhere. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to call it. Oh, I apologize for it being so long. I'm going to stop doing that. I do not apologize. It was exactly what it needed to be. You have a beautiful June coming, Aquarius. I am really looking forward to watching you shine through June. And it's only going to get better from here, you guys. I promise you. Now, I don't mean, right, like we're going to wake up in the morning and it's going to be utopia, but we are going to get better at this. We are going to get only stronger and more in our power and more owning our path and all the phrases that we throw around left and right, in this ascension. I mean, we're just going to start to see the world for what it could be, and we'll start creating that. Okay, we're going to start creating that world. You know, we're gonna give birth to that baby and go, oh my God, this is what we've been waiting for. This new life. Okay, I love you so much. Thank you very much for joining me, and have a great June, Aquarius.